It's 8:30 now, and time for our high beam this morning. And we are privileged to welcome in the Mayor of Midvale. Larry Kopp is with us this morning. And Mayor Kopp, good morning. Good to see you again.
Good morning. Good to see you.
So, in general, I guess I need to ask, how are things in Midvale as we've turned the page to a new year? Doesn't seem like a new year anymore, but it's still only in the teens in January. So 2022 pretty much wrap up on a good note?
We're starting to get things scheduled for our water treatment plant, of course, and a few other items that we want to take care of before the first of the year, and we're getting them done slowly but surely.
Now, I ask you because the water had been an issue in Midvale, and what are we going to do about it, and so forth. So it ends up you're getting a new water filtration system. So how's that all transpiring? Are the funds there? Is the project underway? What's going on?
The project is underway. Our engineer is taking care of most of the items that we need done. We have $1 million grant that we have to start using, and we're going to use that for meters in residences, which help us to determine where the water is coming from, whether there's water breaks, different things we can do with meters.
Yeah.
People don't like that, but I know in Roswell they're already metered on our system, and they're the only ones that are. So through Brightwood and the village of Midvale and Barnhill, we will be getting meters eventually.
Yeah, well, like you said, if you see a usage go from double or triple in a month, there's something wrong. There's a leak, there's a break, there's something that's very helpful.
We found out that 20 years ago there could have been a leak that's been going on since then.
Yeah.
And we didn't know it until there was a eruption, outside of the ground.
Yeah.
Till we found that out.
That's not good. Now, there was a little hiccup, and I know you don't want to really expand on this, but the first engineer passed away.
He passed away,
oh.
Right. So we had to start all over again. We were getting ready to do some good things, and then we just didn't have a chance to do it.
Yeah. So not that it's behind, but it's behind where it might have been, I guess.
Correct, yes.
So when do you look for near completion or some other announcement?
I know we have to start using some of those funds soon here. So as far as completion, that could be another year or two away.
Yeah.
Even more, maybe. All depends what goes on. COVID didn't help us much either.
That didn't help anybody with anything.
No.
I'm sure that was not very helpful. So, but it all looks good. And then you'll be up to code on everything as far as the quality of the water and all that.
Our manganese and iron will get back to normal levels, we hope, yes.
Yeah, that was the crux of the problem to begin with, right?
Correct. We've been getting notices for the last, maybe 15 years, but it just slid away and nothing was done with it. And now something has to be done or else we're going to be fined.
Well, at least you got the money.
Yes, it started, but we need more money, more grant money, stuff like that.
Yeah. And those are being applied for, I assume.
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
I know that's always quite the process, and then you don't know if you're going to get it or not. Well, here's something we're going to get, and that is a new festival. What is this?
We needed another one. There was a week in there after Labor Day that was open, and we decided to take our bull by the horns and start planning and see what we can do. And we have a good crew now together as far as a committee. The festival this year is going to be the 8th, 9th, and 10th of September, which is right after Labor Day.
So what's it called? What's it themed on?
Midvale used to have a Jubilee back when I was a young kid in the 60s, and we decided to incorporate that along with the Miners Festival, which we had for like 5 years, 4 or 5 years. So we had the Midvale Miners Jubilee is the name of it, and it's great. It's years later, after the first week of Labor Day, probably had it for about 5 years. That was the old Miners Festival. The last one was in 2017. And when the Miners Festival ended, Minding Midvale History started holding a History Day the first Saturday after Labor Day in the hopes that eventually another festival would take place that weekend. This group is hoping to have a museum someday for all the items they've collected, which is multiple.
Wow.
And they would set up a museum in the pavilion at the park like they did during the Miners Festival. This festival still is in the planning stages, and we think it'll be called the Midvale Miners Jubilee, which I said, to honor both the former festivals. We are planning a 5K run. We have one band lined up and another tentatively scheduled. There will be a primitive camping group there all weekend. The Canal Dover Redlegs will be there on Saturday for their baseball exhibit. There will be pro wrestlers there. The Midvale Methodist Church will have a concession stand, and there will be other food vendors along with a beer garden, which you got to have the beer garden to make money.
Yeah.
And we are hoping to have some craft vendors and activities for kids. We would also like to have a car show, and all of this is really in the planning stages.
Wow.
So we're still looking for sponsors also. We do have some sponsors for our band. Our Lions Club is sponsoring the first band, which they do a great service, which they're going to do even more, I guess. Mm-hmm. But other than that, we're waiting for volunteers to help us out. We can always use more volunteers.
So you don't need more volunteers to wrestle. You need it to help run the festival.
Well, that would be nice too, I guess, yes. But there was a local guy that is involved in his own wrestling format, and I didn't know about it until recently.
Wow.
But he's coming there, and the Lions Club is paying that fee.
Well, that'll be interesting.
It's going to be interesting,
yeah.
Yes. I never thought something like that would go around here, but I think it will.
I think it will, too. So, again, that's the weekend after Labor Day, right?
8th, 9th, and 10th of September, yeah.
Okay, we'll look for that. Put that on your calendar right now.
Yeah, we'll keep the rain for the Tuscarawas County Fair. Leave us alone.
It goes there anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. Well, tell me, talk about the Park Pavilion. The park got a couple of notable, I guess you want to call it improvements last year, things for people, right?
Like
the Wi-Fi?
Oh, the Wi-Fi, yes. We have Wi-Fi there that's open day and night.
Yeah.
And also a small library, which I keep checking on and make sure all the books are still there.
Uh-huh.
But usually it's a give and take. You take one, you give one, And I believe that's what's been going on.
And that's sheltered so the books don't get damaged,
Correct.
Obviously.
It's only like 2 feet,
Yeah.
But it was enough for get a bunch of books in there. And I was wondering about them just being there at all, and someone just taking them and not putting anything back, but it hasn't been the case.
Well, see, the readers are a good group.
Yes, they are. Yes.
Well, we talked about the economy, and you talked about COVID, which kind of damaged our economy, but it's coming back, and the village is hiring. You're looking for at least one or more people, right?
Yeah, we're looking for a new police officer, full-time, part-time, whichever, but right now we're operating with just our chief of police. So the guy that was our other officer during the day or the night, the afternoon, got another job, more pay and benefits. You
can't fault a guy for that.
Can't fault him for that, right?
So that's open. Is there anything else in the future that you foresee?
Our water personnel. We used to have a water superintendent, and he left for greener pastures also. So we've been kind of going here and there, getting things done. But it's costing us a lot more money doing that way than it is, if something breaks, we have to call someone in to do it, company to do it.
Yeah, the part-time contractors. Then there's the cost, but there's also the wait in case it's something that needs immediate attention.
Right.
And you're kind of stuck too.
We are stuck.
And you can't do everything.
No, I can't do that. No, I don't go out and dig or put the water up. No, I can watch.
Yes. Well,
direct traffic if they need me.
Everybody needs a foreman. Yeah, and you're good at traffic direction too. So anything else? When are the council meetings? What dates are those on?
Second Thursday of the month, 6:30.
And obviously, people are allowed to come and participate.
Oh yeah, and they have a 5-minute allotment. They can talk what they want to talk about. And lately, we haven't had too many people show up.
Well, that's usually a good sign.
Usually, yeah. We like people's input though too.
Yeah. If they don't want to come to the meeting, is there another way to get a hold of the office or the council to present something to them?
They can call Village Hall or stop by. I'm usually there 2 or 3 days a week, but we have a secretary there now who's just new that handles anybody coming in and forwards the stuff to us as needed.
Seems like things are staying pretty busy with you there, and we didn't mention the Christmas celebration. The
old-fashioned Christmas show, fair they call it, street fair. We had that, and it was a great time. I dressed up in period costume, 1800s, whatever. We had a bunch of people do that. That was fun doing that, getting out of ordinary, But we had some vendors there. We had the church, big time, was passing out food to people. Mm-hmm. That was before that, though. But, yeah, it was a great time. We hope to have it again. The first year, it was windy, like 50-mile-per-hour winds, and we just couldn't.
That's not a great time.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't. But this one just went. We were eating ice cream in December. You can't beat that.
Yeah. Well, eating ice cream. No one called you Scrooge then.
No.
Even though you have the clothes.
I did have the clothes, yeah. And our preacher, I can't remember his name right now, Roland's his last name, but he was dressed up the same way, and we had the tall top hats people wore.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
I mean, it does sound like fun. Well, hey, again, things are moving, progressing. So congratulations. Are you enjoying your job?
I am. I got to figure out if I'm going to run again or not, though. I'll be 70 if, I'll be 66 when this is done.
Yeah.
70 when the next one. I want to see the water filtration system through, though.
Yeah.
That's what I care about.
That's a big deal. Well, Larry, thanks a lot. You're welcome to come on over anytime. We're not far.
No, we're just right over the hill. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, take care of yourself, and we'll see you pretty soon, okay?
All right, take care. See you in church.
All right, thanks a lot. That's Larry Kopp, Mayor of Midvale, and our guest this morning on the 8:30 High Beam here on the BT Morning Show.